How's it going, guys? Tego from SGN, back with another Mortal Kombat video, and after the negativity and hatred I put into the last one, which was my top 5 characters that I don't want to see in Mortal Kombat 11, which was basically the top 5 worst Mortal Kombat characters in my opinion, I want to do something a bit more positive and do basically the opposite of that video, which is giving you guys my top 5 favorite Mortal Kombat characters of all time. Starting off with number 5, it was actually kind of hard to pick between having this guy at number 5 or number 4. It is Noob Saibot, and in my opinion, if you look at what he was when he started off, he was basically just a power swap ninja who was a secret character that you could take on and then unlock in Mortal Kombat 3, but he didn't have a backstory. He didn't even have really his own moveset. And then when they took him into Deception and they revealed that he is the original Sub-Zero brought back as a Revenant / Wraith, and he was, it was just such an amazing reveal. One of the coolest things, not just in Mortal Kombat, but in all gaming history in terms of secret characters that come in and all of a sudden become this amazing phenomenon, just this amazing character. And in my opinion, there's so much they can do with this guy. Like, he was cool in MK9, he was in MKX, but there are references that he's going to be coming back possibly in MK11, having a pretty big role. And I think that would be extremely cool to see him coming back with Quan Chi dead and with Shinnok basically an eggplant, having him come back and maybe trying to take over the Netherrealm and claiming his throne. That would just be so badass because he does worship Shinnok, and to see him come back in that big fashion, being such an important character with that amazing moveset that he has, that amazing storyline that he has, it would just be insane. And the fact that he also has some of the best fatalities in Mortal Kombat history, it just adds the last little cherry on the cake, and it's just an amazing, amazing character. And I look forward to seeing what he does in the near future, and hopefully he will be a very big character in Mortal Kombat for many years to come. Moving on to number 4, and like I said, it was very hard for me to pick between Noob Saibot and this character. I just picked this character because I think he's a bit more cool, just because of the trash talk he is. And of course, if you mention trash talk in Mortal Kombat, you have to be talking about Shao Kahn. Absolute badass, the epitome of villain characters, especially in this universe, but really throughout all video game bad guys, he was probably the coolest, at least in terms of fighting games. There's arguably a lot of other characters in just general villains and other, gaming in general. But in terms of fighting games, in my opinion, there has never been a character more awesome to play against, more just a character that gives you more satisfaction when you kill his ass than Shao Kahn, because he really does tick all the boxes. He's a bad guy, he's a conqueror, he does all that trash talk, and he does a lot of shady stuff. And in my opinion, that makes him the very best villain. And he's, like I said, man, I love anybody who trash talks. That's just what I love, in all walks of life, basically. If you trash talk, I might not like you, but I am 100% going to be interested in seeing what happens for you, whether it's gaming, whether it's sports, whatever it is. Trash talkers are awesome. I love it. And Shao Kahn is one of the best characters in video game history, without a doubt, in my opinion. Number 3, it is Sub-Zero. And obviously, Scorpion is going to be on this list. Well, I guess we're going to find out where he is. But of course, Sub-Zero has to be on there as well. I mean, Sub-Zero, arguably there was a while there where, from a storyline point of view, he was more interesting than Scorpion. But in my opinion, Sub-Zero is also a badass in terms of moves. I love his skill set. I love what they do with him. I like the fact that he's, the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei, because the Lin Kuei is obviously the coolest faction in Mortal Kombat. I would love to see him having, Frost under his wing, giving Frost way more screen time than did in MKX, because she was there, but only for like a split second. So I think that if they can bring her back and really show a relationship between him and her, plus maybe bring in Serena to give him a bit more of a profound storyline from a personal point of view, I think that would just make Sub-Zero even cooler and make him possibly even higher on this list. But right now, he's number 3. Just a badass for moveset, badass storyline, everything about him is awesome, and you can't not have Sub-Zero in your top 5 Mortal Kombat characters. Going in to number 2, it is Scorpion. Of course, it's always hard to pick between Scorpion being number 1 or number 2, at least for me. I know a lot of people have him a bit lower just because he's a bit played out and stuff like that, but Scorpion is just the epitome of badass Mortal Kombat characters. He's the logo, he's constantly there, awesome special moves, awesome fatalities, overall amazing character, and there's absolutely no reason for him not to be on your top 5 list, especially now that they've brought in Hanzo Hasashi, actually showing what Scorpion could be in his human form. And of course, he can channel that power to be, the Hellspawn Scorpion, which is kind of weird. I don't know exactly how that works and stuff like that. It's kind of fishy in the actual story of MKX, but the fact that we do get to see Hanzo Hasashi, it's awesome. It just adds an extra layer to the character, and I hope that in MK11, if Scorpion's in it, which I don't think anybody has any doubts he's going to be in it, hopefully they'll be able to improve on that even more, build upon his story as an actual human, and maybe even do some extra stuff to really make him even cooler and even more human, and just show, what a badass Scorpion can be, not just as a Hellspawn, but also as a leader of the Shirai Ryu, and just as an all-around human being. That's just such a sick little twist on his character, showing in MKX. I look forward to seeing him in MK11 as well. And number 1, we talked about trash talkers earlier, where there's only one other trash talker that's like a very, very big trash talker in Mortal Kombat, and it is, of course, Johnny Cage. And everybody has to love Johnny Cage. If you don't like him, there's got to be something wrong with you. Like, it's okay to maybe find him obnoxious, just find him a bit annoying and stuff like that, but you got to love the guy. He's so hilarious. He brings that comic relief to, such a dark storyline and things like that. And in the movies in particular, we really saw what Johnny Cage is, not just in a video game, but on the big screen. That was the first time that we saw Johnny Cage really represented, not just in text. You know what I mean? We saw what Johnny Cage really could be, and from then on, he's always been a fan favorite, a personal favorite of mine. And there's absolutely nothing that I dislike about Johnny Cage, except for maybe one thing in Mortal Kombat X, which was just kind of his plain, main costume. That kind of sucked. But overall, if you look at his personality, you look at the way he's driven as a character. Now that he also has Cassie, the way that he's a bit more, I'm not going to say mature, but he has different priorities, having that, being a father figure and stuff like that. Also to the Special Forces in general. I like that improvement. I like the way that they make him a bit more of a serious character, but still maintaining the fact that he's so damn funny, the fact that he's a trash talker, and just keeping that Johnny Cage essence, which has been so vital to making Mortal Kombat not just a dark story, but also something extremely funny to play and very, very entertaining. In my opinion, Johnny Cage has everything. And you also see the way he plays. In every Mortal Kombat video game that I can think of, I can't think of a single one that he's been boring. He's always pretty much been my favorite, except for maybe Armageddon. In Armageddon, I played him as a lot because I love Johnny Cage, but he wasn't that fun to play as. But in general, over the years, especially in Mortal Kombat 9 and also in Mortal Kombat X, he is without a doubt, in my opinion, the most just entertaining character, the most fun to play as, and in general, the best character in Mortal Kombat history. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments section down below who your top 5 favorite characters in Mortal Kombat history are. Do you agree with mine? Do you think that I put some characters on that don't deserve to be there? Let me know all these things in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to, hit the notification bell as well. That way, every time I put out a video, you're one click away from watching that video. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. And before I forget, shout out to Judgment Fist for providing me with some awesome art and the thumbnails. Definitely go give her a follow on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. I'll leave all the links in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.